Welcome to our Thursday Swampcast. It's Florida FSU week. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I'm full of turkey. I don't know about you, Robie.
Yeah, you could say we're always full of turkey.
Well, yeah, full of something, that's for sure. Certainly going to be a big week all around the country. I know it's probably the biggest week of college football.
Rivalry week.
It's rivalry week, and there's so much.
Say that again real
rivalry
fast.
Week. It's
Elmer
rivalry
Fudd
week
here on the Swampcast.
But there's just so many big games. You know why you know it's the biggest weekend in college football? There's no Big Ten games. That's how you know. They're all
That
done.
is good.
All right, we're going to
land ball.
That's right. We're going to talk about Florida FSU, obviously, and Robbie, I think we both have the same opinion. We're looking for a lot of points again, but hasn't that been the story every week?
Yeah, it really is no different. When you have a defense that really can't stop the pass, can't stop teams, you're going to have to go in with a mentality to outscore the other team. And the amazing thing to me is that the line is at 14 for Florida, which that's kind of high, I think, for this rivalry game, and you can't stop anybody. It's going to be who has the ball last, maybe.
But you've got to also remember that they're trying to get people to bet on Florida State. And nobody's going to take Florida State on the road with that lousy team that they've shown this year. I agree with you, though. I think that Florida's defense makes everybody in every game. I mean, we saw Florida Atlantic in the game until the last seconds of the first half.
And they couldn't get to Rusty Smith for most of that game. If they can't get to Drew Weatherford, he's got the ability to do damage. Like Bowden said earlier this week on the conference call, he goes, he's not mobile, he's not the quarterback of the future, but you give the kid time, he'll do damage to you. And he'll have time and he'll do damage.
He will. Now, the one thing that they don't have is a real great offensive game plan. I don't see a whole lot different between Fisher and Bowden from last year. There's still a lot of jump balls.
Yeah.
And they panic. They give up on the run. And I think that's the biggest thing for Florida is if they can get up on them early, make them abandon the run, make them become one-dimensional, it could end up being a 2-touchdown win for Florida.
Well, that's what happened 2 years ago. They stopped the run, came after Weatherford. Florida didn't put up a lot of big numbers in that 34-7 win, but
a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers, and they got after Weatherford, messed up their whole offensive plan. And I think, Florida, if they can break serve a few times, like he said, make them one-dimensional, come after them, maybe it could be one of those 14-point victories that people are looking at.
It'll be a huge game for Tim Tebow's Heisman chances. I know that's not on his mind or Urban's mind, but he's got to win that game. He loses that game, the Heisman's out the window, I think. And he doesn't have to put up spectacular numbers. The numbers are there already.
He
He's
needs
just got
to win
win,
the game.
Engineer a win in this game, and I think that it's going to go a long way towards him going. Well, I think he's going to New York either way, but in terms of winning the Heisman, he needs to have a nice game. We'll see. Again, Florida's offense hasn't been stopped by really anybody yet. I got a call from a Tallahassee website. They want to know what Auburn did. And I said, they want to know what Auburn did. Florida didn't come out ready to play.
They were flat, and they didn't have the ball much in the first half. That's why they only didn't score much in that game.
Didn't score at all in the first half, and then came back and didn't have any trouble moving the ball. So I think Florida, again, they're at full strength. That's the thing we've talked about with Tebow, Robbie. No Harvin for 2 games, had Caldwell out for 3. Ingram hasn't been full speed for a long time. It's still putting up these numbers.
Yeah,
now they've got them all.
Yeah, I mean, the FSU is going to see the full Tebow, the full offensive arsenal that Florida has in this game. But
there's nothing to hold back. I mean, you've seen Florida has been pretty vanilla the last few weeks. Even at South Carolina, it was basic offense.
Yeah, it's been mainly drop back and throw the ball, spread the field, throw. There hadn't been a lot of Tebow runs, not a lot of called runs. Even though he had the 5 touchdown runs,
that's about the only time he ran the ball.
That was red zone stuff, which is different. But
so we'll see if they. I think they're going to throw the whole kitchen sink. It's one reason I'm picking Florida to win the game, but. It should be exciting. It's another last Saturday in the Swamp. Boy, seasons fly by. Every year we talk about it, and again, here we are again. Right by it.
Yeah, but this game kind of reminds me of the Auburn game a little bit, and the fact that FSU can play real solid defense. They've got enough on offense to cause some problems. But you're right. I think Florida's going to come out, spread it with 5 and throw the ball from the start, and then worry about the run. And I know that FSU is going to try to come after Tebow and what's his name said, trying to knock him out. Geno Hayes, knock him out of the game, knock him out of the Heisman race. But I think Florida's going to spread it out and get it in the hands of the receivers early and see what happens. FSU's given up a lot of big plays on defense.
I think with Florida has some tasers to get Geno Hayes out.
That might not stop him.
Well, it did in Tallahassee when he was tased by the cops. So
just don't get tased in Jacksonville, apparently.
Oh, whoa, yeah, it's unbelievable what's going on there. But anyway. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. We've got a lot of football coming up this weekend. Alabama, Auburn.
Yeah.
If
Nick Saban.
Yes, if Alabama losing to Louisiana Monroe and Mississippi State was like 9/11 and Pearl Harbor.
That was shocking.
Is this the Holocaust if they lose to Auburn?
Yeah,
is that the next comparison he's going to make? My first reaction was Nick Saban's an idiot for saying that.
Yeah.
My next reaction was there's probably Alabama fans going, the Bears' birthday was on 9/11. I get where you're coming from, Coach. I understand what you're saying. I lost a relative at Pearl Harbor, but it's not as bad as losing to Louisiana Monroe. Yeah.
It's sad, but that may be true.
Well, here's the thing. In my opinion, and I think I'm right on this, I think most of the football world doesn't like Nick Saban, and I think Alabama fans are starting to understand why now.
And the thing is, that didn't just come off the top of his head. He had to have formulated this in his mind before he went up there and did it, and then it just looks bad.
And you can see a coach doing that to his players in a private setting. Okay, it's still not appropriate, but to come out in the press and then attack the media, it's our fault.
But why not relate it to a bad game that somebody had and then came back and won a championship or something? Not 9/11, not Pearl Harbor.
Because he's one of those guys who really probably feels that way.
Yeah.
That it's about like 9/11 for him losing those games. But
with the way the fans reacted to it, I'm sure it felt like it to him.
At any rate, that's one of the big games. Clemson, South Carolina is a big game this weekend. Obviously, Georgia
Who do you
Tech.
like in that Clemson, South Carolina?
I'm picking Clemson, and here's why. I was talking to a member of the staff at South Carolina.
Okay, I can only guess who that is, so I won't say.
And he said, yep, making everybody look like a Heisman Trophy winner. So Cullen Harper has a shot at the Heisman, I think, because South Carolina's defense will make him look like a Heisman winner. So I like Clemson.
Well, there were 2 in a row, so maybe. But I don't think that kid's not as dynamic as the guys that really went wild on.
I don't think.
Yeah, but I mean, it was, McFadden and Tebow. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they are pretty good. But he will be good, too. You watch.
So will Drew Weatherford, though. I think he's going to be good.
Those are 2 mediocre defenses. I still think that the league is just cycled back to offense. But we'll see if that all works out. Of course, Missouri-Kansas this weekend. You got a winner there?
I picked Kansas, I think. I have this thing going with Mike Durack with a T, and I took Kansas.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll have to pick Missouri if you're picking Kansas.
Okay.
You're usually
but
wrong.
I'm not going to take the winning quarterback in that game and put him on the top of my Heisman list.
It's funny. Todd Reesing is a Heisman candidate. He's a sophomore, but Tebow may not win because he's a sophomore.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
It's puzzling. Anyway, a lot of big games this weekend. I hope everybody enjoys them, and I hope you all enjoyed your Thanksgiving. Cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, all the stuffing, all the frills. What's your favorite thing on Thanksgiving?
I guess I like the combination thing. The turkey, dressing, gravy all together, mix it up. Maybe throw some potatoes on top.
You know what John Madden likes, don't you? He likes to take a duck and put it inside a turkey and then put it inside an eagle, I think, and cook that up. So,
boy, it's good.
I wish Caliendo was here to do it. He's hilarious. All right, that's going to do it. Another Swampcast down the drain. And we'll see you guys after the Florida FSU game from Florida Field. Till then, Robie, Andreu, Pat, Dooley saying so long.